Hello, hello, welcome to the show. This is Hack Hunter, where we review some of the best and worst tattoo artists that are out there to help you, our viewers. Now, this episode, we're going to do things a little bit different. Typically, we would like to help out one of our viewers that emails in. We try to find him a good artist, but in this episode, we found an artist on TikTok that some of the people on TikTok were kind enough to tag us in, and it's definitely an artist that we wanted to showcase. So, without further ado, enter Mr. Tommy Venegas. You can find him at Tommy Tom Tattoos there on Instagram. Definitely go check it out for yourself. Do your own research, but if you want to check out a studio, Walkins Tattoo Studio. But before I get to the art, I want to warn clients about something. Whenever I see something like this, we're going to be doing $20 tattoos for Friday the 13th. Oftentimes it's $13 tattoos. I just gotta say, in the world of tattooing, the setup and the equipment alone for a tattoo costs more than $20. That's why we have minimums in the tattoo industry. So when I see something like this, I gotta wonder, where are they cutting corners? What are they cheapening out on that's allowing them to do so many clients, 20, 30 clients a day for $13? So I gotta warn everybody out there about this, because if you go to a studio that's doing this, trust me, they're going for quantity, not quality. If you were a tattoo artist, you gotta imagine, why would you give your art away for so cheap, or let alone lose money on every client? They're usually doing it just to bring clients in so that hopefully next time for your larger tattoo you'll come to them, but they are not going to give you a high quality piece that they're going to spend a lot of time on. And I saw a lot of stuff like this in his portfolio, or in his albums there, stuff like this where he's doing like a 6x6 tattoo for a flat rate of $100. Again, why would he go the extra effort to do a high quality piece when he already knows he's only getting $100 for it? So why go above and beyond for your client? It's just kind of a ploy. And this kind of stuff, again, was something I found in his Facebook profile, where this is just kind of to get your friends come in with you and you're getting a tattoo. They don't have enough money for a tattoo, but maybe they got $40. They'll get a cheap little shitty one like this. Trust me, guys, save your money, research your artist. You'll be much happier in the long run. But let me talk about his artwork. That's what we're here for, right? So zoom in here, and I was just shocked to see that he even posted something like this. Look at that, riddled with line errors. It's almost like he's not even trying, or maybe he's trying his hardest and that's just the best he can do, because man, he is definitely trying to double and triple over these lines to fix them. And this color work here, where he's trying to do a watercolor style, first off, he outlined it. You can see this thin little blue outline there. That's a no-no in the world of watercolor. You don't put outlines on it. That's just not how it works. But also in his saturation here, you can see so much blood through the ink. Absolutely tells you it's either overworked or not really saturated properly. It typically means that he's just beating up the surface of the skin. He's trying to kind of whip it out, do this kind of soft blend look here, but that's just not how you apply colors, and that's not how you create a soft blend. If you're just chewing up the top layer of skin, you're most likely, after it's going to heal, that top layer of skin is just going to heal over, and all that ink that was in it is going to disappear. So definitely something to be wary of. If the color does not look solid and saturated, it's most likely not going to heal that way. Here's another one where the colors looked a little better. They looked a little more saturated, but you can see patches where he absolutely didn't get up to the line, which shows me just a really obvious laziness. Look at that. Like, the color's just not filled in all the way. So definitely whipping through these, getting through them as quick as possible. He's just using one color, just one green on the leaves, just one yellow on the petals there. And also the middle of the sunflower. Man, I see this so many times in these hacks portfolios where they just do not put any time or energy into these sunflower. The middle here is a really kind of texture detailed part of it. And if you just botch it like this, you're kind of ruining the whole thing. As overall, you're just ruining the whole thing, because, and trust me, I saw this multiple times in his portfolio. 4 or 5 times I saw sunflowers exactly the same. And then here we go, we zoom in again, missing color, not up to the line there, and this leaf. Where's the chunk of leaf is supposed to be right there? It's just sort of weird, obvious red flags, obvious mistakes in his work, but he obviously is not afraid to post them. And oh my God, who beat up this cherub? My God, just a Chucky looking cherub there. Just really weird, obviously small details, not his forte. Here's one I wanted to showcase because, well, first of all, you can see all the hair on this kid's back. So he literally just did this whole tattoo with this kid's hair on his back, and that is going to cause some healing issues for sure. But the main thing I want to show is these sun rays. I saw it throughout his whole portfolio. Anytime he did these kind of cheap little sun rays, first off, he outlines them, and that's definitely, if you're going for like a soft light look, you wouldn't outline them. And so that's one way he's just trying to make his job a little bit easier. He outlines them so that he doesn't lose his stencil. But the shading is what I really wanted to point out. He's trying to do a dark to light fade here, and you can see how streaky, how scraggly that looks. And it's because he's trying to whip it out really fast. He's just going from here to here, whipping it out, whipping it out, whipping it out. And you can't really do that in the world of tattooing. There is a such thing as whip shading, but it's still a very paced, kind of measured application technique. You can't just streak it out like that the way you would with a pencil. That's not how tattoos are applied. So you can absolutely tell that he wasn't professionally trained, and he's kind of learning on the go and trying to teach himself techniques and having a really hard time at it. And here it is again, you see these streaks here, and it's just really obvious he's beating up the skin while he's doing it as well. But again, riddled with line errors, riddled with this kind of chop effect in the shading here, where he's just kind of trying to go too fast, too quick, not putting time and energy into it. The last ones I want to show you really showcase how bad his stuff heals. I believe this one was actually a touch-up, because you can see some of the stuff up here looks totally healed, whereas some of this is kind of newer stuff. And you can absolutely see the glare effect there. That lets me know that there's kind of a scarring happening. Now, sometimes when you see a glare effect on a picture, you're just seeing light reflecting off the moisture in the skin. But if it's something like this, where I can tell it's healed and the whole top layer of skin looks glossy, that's most likely scarring, okay? And it's hard to tell the difference sometimes, and I know for you clients, I don't want you to think every time you see a glare on the skin that it's going to be a scar, but in this case, I can absolutely tell it. And in his next piece too, oops, there we go. In this next one, you can really tell. You see how the whole top layer of skin is just glared. It's just got that kind of sheen to it, and that's because, again, this is a mostly healed piece, and it's just definitely scarred up. So something to look out for sure. But last one I'm going to show show you here. The chicken feathers on the chief's headdress, they look a little scraggly, right? Again, just taking the quick route. Again, beat up skin up here. Just really, really rough stuff overall. But what do you expect from a guy who lets his young daughter tattoo? This guy over here says, yeah, she's going to be better than you. Well, I hate to admit it, she's probably already better than you, Tommy. So guys, if you're in Lewiston, Idaho, be very careful. A lot of the artists we saw out there didn't look like they were trained properly. They all look like they're kind of doing a lot of these kind of quick get you in, get you out type tattoos. So obviously, Tommy, for a number of reasons, ends up on our hack list. Check out part number 2, though, if you want to see the artists that we recommend out there in Lewiston, Idaho. Otherwise, you can also find us out there on TikTok now. If you like a shorter version of the episodes, definitely go check it out. Or if you want to go on Instagram, we update all of our artists, tag all the artists that we recommend there on Instagram as well. So go check it out. Otherwise, we'll see you next week, guys. Bye.